Well, it's Sri Ramakrishna's birthday today, and he is everything to me in my spiritual life. Just my ideal and my mentor and my beloved and my friend, my source of everything that I ever think of and say as far as philosophy goes, has come through conversations and meditations with Thakur, as we call him, as my ideal. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and just talk very candidly about this character named Sri Ramakrishna, just in a personal sense and for fun. This is definitely not to sell him or to convince you of anything about him. I just wanted to share some of the things I find so delightful about him. You know, Ramakrishna broke every spiritual thought that I had ever had growing up in a conservative Christian home. His mind is huge. His heart is enormous. And he didn't seem to be bothered at all about where anybody was at any given time. He was always like, yeah, well, you're there and probably sucks, but you know what? You can go anywhere you want from here, all the way to the top. And that always got me so excited to think that way. And I fell in love with it. Here was a spiritual ideal, a Jesus, as it was, to me, that was weirder than I was. I remember reading about his sadhanas where he, dressed as a woman for 6 months and worshipped God as his handmaid. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I loved it because he threw his whole self into it and really opened up a whole aspect of God to me, of investigation, of freedom of thinking and trying and exploring that had never occurred to me. You know, when he mimicked Hanuman for a while and was living in the tree in the garden of the temple and worshiping God as Hanuman, as Hanuman worshipped Rama. Unbelievable things. I was like, what is this? I have never imagined something like this. I've never seen something like this. And he never took his eyes off of what was important, that one most important thing. Love, 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 love. Girish Ghosh, being an alcoholic, would show up drunk. Ramakrishna never bothered to tell him, you need to stop drinking. I didn't even drink growing up, and the Christians were telling me to stop drinking. It was just always being told about these things, and always so concerned about the doings in life and not about the beings. And here was an ideal that was being authentic more than I had ever imagined, and in such a strange and intoxicating way, such a delightful play that he had with the Divine Mother, seeing God as his beloved mother. And that never left him. That was at the center of every word, every thought, every game, every prank, every joke. It was just delightful to read. And I remember getting so excited about it and being so excited, so enamored of finally finding an idea of God that was bigger than me, vast, huge, that could incorporate everything I had thought and wondered about, that made sense of all the questions and concerns that I had in a way that was so satisfying. His answers about the meaning of life and his answers about the way to God and the nature of the divine and the nature of practice and all of these things, every one of them just felt like a knit sweater made specially for my own heart. And I got excited. I got so excited I threw my whole life away for him and joined the Ramakrishna order, having no idea what I was doing. And that itself has turned out to be one of the most bizarre experiences of my life. I can't imagine a place where I'm more out of place. I really can't. And not in an offensive way, I'm just being honest with you. It's like, it's a place where, it's like wearing that bizarre Christmas sweater all year long. You're just always like, I like it. I'm into it. It's not me, but hey, it's cool. We're going with it. Just spending that time keeping the mind centered on Ramakrishna and his life has helped me to accept and see my way through so many different things, and has given me so much courage to investigate and to ask questions that were taboo in my life, and to explore and experiment with things and ideas and philosophies in my mind that I would have been terrified to even admit to, in my younger days. Such an expansive feeling, such a huge realm is what Ramakrishna has given to me. An infinite playground where the Divine Mother is always watching and always caring and making sure that I don't fall off the swing set in any horrible, perilous kind of way, and yet at the same time letting me swing as high and as far as I can dare to go, and always showing me that wherever you are can be spiritualized, that anything that you are or imagine yourself to be can be spiritualized. God can be found there if the right perspective, the right vision, the right understanding is taken. If you know who you are, that at the center of bizarre little you is a diamond, a light that shines so bright, a light that is such a wonder, a light that is that Satchit Ananda, and you can't lose it. You can't lose it. It will always be yours. And that, to me, is the message of my fun and beloved Sri Ramakrishna.